Hey, good evening. You know what's crazy? Like, I can look back all through my life and just see where, like, I've been a third party, like, battery. Like, I don't know, like, I don't, like, resent it or regret it, but I mean, like, I see where I've been, like, the source of energy to balance out somebody's relationship. Like, the codependent, the wound was at the surface, and like just so happened of need and convenience, we were brought together, all of us. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter who it was. I could literally point out like 8 different friendships and stuff that I had with couples. You know what I mean? Man, so we do it without knowing. Like, it's energy, it's courting, it's anchoring, it's emotional anchoring for like trauma bonding is what it is. It's actually trauma bonding, but it could be multiple reasons. But the underlining subconscious reason is trauma. It's to cover up some imbalance in energy that's going on, some trauma that hasn't been healed yet, something that still remains imbalanced in their relationship that they're trying to overlook, and literally they're both sharing and feeding spiritually on the energy that I bring in. They take that and they share it with one another. This isn't done knowingly, not unless they're like, not unless they're occultists and they're just, downright chose the other side. You know what I mean? That's like, righteous people don't feed on other people. That's all I'm trying to say. Not like that. It's a exchange. You know what I mean? It's a willing exchange. Like, but so, like I said, what cords, attachments, trauma bonds, and anchors do you guys have? Why? And why? Are they anchored in toxicity? Or are they anchored in healthy things? You know what I mean? I'm like, it's really, really super hard. Holy crap, it's getting cold in here. It's been hot in here all evening, and now it's just freezing. I literally just got cold all of a sudden. It just. I hear that actually activates the sympathetic nerve system. Like, calms. Oh no, it's really interesting how the spiritual body, the soul body, actually connects with the physical body, and how one permeates the other. And guys, man, this is so amazing. Like, whoa. But I seriously don't want to get off subject, like, literally. Man, we are so not conscious beings. Not at all. We do things without knowing. We hide things from ourselves. It's really crazy. This is why the world is the way it is. men perish for their lack of knowledge. We die because of our ignorance and our lack of perception. I don't want to point out problems, though, without bringing solutions. I believe that solutions is where it's at. If I'm going to point out problems, I want to bring solutions with them. So, what do we do about healthy attachments and courting and anchoring and stuff, right? What do we do? Because we have soul ties. It's a healthy thing to have soul ties and anchors and, you know what I mean? Your family and stuff, it's a healthy attachment for a mother and a baby, for a mother and infant to have a bond together, you know what I mean? Like, it's healthy for a mom, for a parent and a child to have a bond, for friends to have bonds, you know what I mean? For siblings to have bonds, it's healthy. But at what point do those attachments overstep boundaries? You know what I mean? And become manipulation, and something totally else grows in its place. You know what I mean? Because one seed of poison, if I put one drop of poison in a 10-gallon bottle thing of water, it was straight up, what's that stuff? Oh man, what's that stuff? Cyanide. If I put one cyanide tablet in a jug of water, you know what I mean? But then I poured that jug of water into a 5-gallon jug. Would you still, and got you a drink of water out of the 5-gallon jug, would you drink that water? It only has a little bit in there. It's only got a little bit. You know what I mean? Are you going to drink that? No, you're freaking not. Because it just poisoned the whole damn thing. Even though it had just a little bit in there, it still poisons the whole thing. That's what happens. It's a root. It grows it spreads into multiple other things. It roots into everything else, and it corrupts the whole tree. I'm telling you, what we got to do is work on getting rid of these things, just cutting this thing out of our tree, because it's grafted itself in. But it's easier said than done. It really is. It really is. God, CJ. So, healthy attachments. I don't know, I guess that depends on going within and asking yourself the why. Why do I have these attachments? What do I get from it? What do they get from it? God, man, I don't even know if I ever want to have conversations with the people in my life regarding what do you get out of our relationship? What's in it for you? Do you imagine asking people that? What's in it for you? What do you get out of this? Like, that's like putting someone on the spot. But what would you guys say? What would you say to if somebody in your life, if anybody in your life just said, what's in it for you? What do you get out of our relationship? What do you get out of this? You know what I mean? What would you guys say? I don't know, me, I enjoy people. But I found I was a monster. It took a lot of what I would call some flippin' monstrous women, but, they were like that for a reason, and it was only a mirror. It was only showing me, like, even though I did it in other ways, and other, like, God, man, it was so the same thing, though. Like, everything was the same. It was just the why was different. That's it. Just the whys were different. But it was the same. And I was like, shit. I still feel like I should text people and tell them I'm sorry, but like that I see differently now. And my bad, too. I see I was no better. I should have never, ever judged you in that way. I should have never ever told you those things. You know what I mean? Like I have a bad habit of cutting with words. Like I'm really good with words, and I have a bad habit of using them for cutting instead of, you know, healing. I don't know, I'd feel like 8 different ways to Sunday about that. Oh, you can only move forward. You can only move forward and worry about that and take care of that. Just do what you can in the moment, right? But I, at the same time, so like I want to say sorry to these people, right? But I don't want to bring that crap back up to the surface. I don't want to dig up old bones. I'll let them lie and just know energetically, I'm sorry, and I see differently, you know. And I hope everybody feels that energy release. You know what I mean? That I hope that's most important to me, is that they feel that energy release and that they just go, something's different. I don't know what it is, but it's different. You know what I mean? That's the most I hope for. And I know the Holy Spirit, you know, that's within our Father's will too for our lives. I fully believe that, you know, having release is totally part of God's plan for our lives. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know. Man, there's so much more that just clogs my mind right now. But it's cool. I don't want to make it about 8 different things. I know cords and attachments and anchors and stuff, though. You know, I guess what do I get out of it? What do I get out of this? You know, what do I get out of this? I'll tell you exactly my intentions right now. Bottom line. I only wish to give. I don't want anything in return. You know what? Shoot. You know what? I want to get to know more people. I totally want to. Shoot, man. What else is out there? There's got to be more. Like, I'm totally bored. Like, I found I was like a empath gone narcissist. Like, you know when the demon really rejoices? When it finds that the victim has become the perpetrator. Serious, swear to God, man, that's when demons laugh. That's when demons fly. I'm dead serious. So I guess I'm gonna make this about 8 different things. But that's when demons really fly, man. I found I was a freaking narcissist, and I became, you know, I was a monster, so I cut all the ties with everybody and everything and just went away to work on myself. In some ways, I'm still the hermit, but I figure sometimes I just can't write, you know, you just can't hold that pen, you know? And there's only one way to, like, get it into, you know, some form that you'll be able to at least look back on it and go, okay, what was that all about? And re-examine it, right? Because every time that we mentally re-examine things, it changes. There's always details that change. Something gets left out. Every time we relive something, we lose something of it. We relive it a different way. And we have to experience it all over again. So, I don't know, I believe in like making record, like journaling is so important. Because things that aren't expressed get, you know, expressed in your subconscious in other ways and in times and places that we can't control. But so, oh man, what else do I get out of this? What else do I want out of this? No, dude, my spirit keeps telling me that if I don't get release from my mind somehow, being an air sign, even, and a Libra, and the things I was given to come here with. If I don't get it out, like, I've got enough stuff, I could probably write a book. But I don't know how to, like, put it together in like a cohesive, formulated thought. It's just downloads after downloads after download after download after download. Like, it's intense. It's intense. There's a lot. Like, I share a lot of it, but I want to share it because it's my contribution to the world, to the collective. And if I at least put it in the cloud, you guys have it for later. I don't have to, be worried that, man, I could have given something. I could have left something. I could have left that. You know what I mean? They could use that later when they find that it's relevant. You know what I mean? It was like the Bible. People probably wrote that thing knowing, that, hey, man, these people aren't ready for this yet. But one day they'll read it and they'll be like, oh my God. And they'll know, and they'll have that epiphany, and they'll see, their eyes will be open. And the Spirit will ignite within them. And they'll be trying to get it out to everybody at that point in time. 2,000 years from now, what if somebody's, flipping through the internet and just, oh my God, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, we never know what kind of ripples we send out when we just drop a pebble in a pond, that ripple could turn into a tidal wave. We never know. It could just hit the banks and just peter right out. We never know. But if we don't try, how will we ever know? That's, I just want to know that I tried. I want to know that I at least did what I could. I at least, followed through on some things. That's one thing. Oh my God, I'm working on. Holy crap. Follow through. Stand and deliver. Holy crap, man. Ugh. That is, follow through on what you say you're going to do. That is a really good thing to do. Definitely. But shoot, what else do I get out of this? What else do I want out of this? Basically, if I don't share, like, we've got to put it out somehow, and we express through our shadows. If you notice, everybody puts it out in their art, right? Their form of art, their creative expression, okay? So when they put it out in their creative expression, we are technically in our shadow. Our creative expression is expressed through our shadow self. And that's why it's important to have a healed ego, not a murdered ego, a healed ego. We cannot exist in this world without our ego. It is one with, it is perfect and pure. Just we judge our ego. And so our ego gets crucified and thrown up on the thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, but we need a healed ego, a healed solar plexus. Like, man, I gotta work on that too, like a healed solar plexus. I've got an overactive solar plexus, and then some days, it's like a bipolar solar plexus, yo. That's what makes people bipolar. There's an imbalanced solar plexus. ADHD people, imbalanced solar plexus energy. Overactive for ADHD people, That's all it is. It's just energy imbalance. It's blockages. I guess maybe, I don't know, man. I should be investing in like Reiki and stuff and learning those traits. I know that's, oh man. It's hard to find people that know how to do that, but I don't know when the student's ready, the teacher appears, right? So that'll come along whenever it's time, right? But gosh, man, What's everybody else going through right now? Like, I feel like I'm going mad. Like, my last download, like, revealed energy to me, frequency, vibration.